This delicious ukwa was sent from Nigeria. It was processed from the scratch. So I requested for 300 cups of ukwa. There's a difference between oven-dried ukwa and air-dried ukwa, but then the breadfruit will always come out clean as well. You can also ask them to pick it, and then you can obviously get it delivered with any of the shipping companies of your choice, and you receive it in any location. When you receive it, the important thing is how you take care of it and store it. The storage is very important. For ukwa, it needs air sometimes because it's already dried, so you don't have some moist and all. As you can see, I used a very large bowl and I poured everything inside. I used up to 3 different bowls to store it, and it was really okay. And also got some dried catfish and some other ingredients. So I'm going to use just 4 cups today. For cooking this ukwa, is very important that I clean it. So I already picked it again, even though they picked it for me, and then I washed it with clean water. Washing it with water is very important because this is dried ukwa, so there's bound to be 1 or 2 in it. And when you're watching it, just pick it out instead of using the sieve and just sieving it out, because at the end of the day you'll find some stones or little remains of sand under. You see, if you look inside the pot, you'll see that this is the reason I didn't use sieve. Most times sieve can sieve out some things, but not everything. And using this stainless steel pan to wash it also made it easier. At least you can hear the sound of the sand, and you wash it thoroughly back to back till it's clean, and you are sure your ukwa is very neat. Because this is dried ukwa, and you don't know if it was dried under the sun or with the oven or any means, but then of course you need it clean. So after this stage, I just discarded it and I washed this pot thoroughly, because this is the pot I'll be using to prepare this ukwa. Of course, I love this pot because it cooks very fast. You can see what is under. You don't need to start picking these remaining few drops inside. Just wash everything away and, clean up your pot. So after cleaning my pot, the ukwa as well is well washed, clean, no sand, no stones, nothing, everything is just okay. The next thing is to start the cooking process. And when preparing this ukwa, the most important thing again is how you combine your ingredients. There are different methods or different ways of cooking it, but today I'm going to be showing you guys the best recipe because I've tried the rest. Obviously I'll be using this account. This is obviously because the ukwa is dried and I need it to cook fast and also soften fast, and this is really optional, but of course I'll be using it. If you're cooking the fresh ukwa, I don't think you might even use it, but then for me it's compulsory. So I'm just going to add water to this and melt it, and see about just the water as well, just like I did with the ukwa. I don't pour everything inside because there's always bound to be 1 or 2 stones or rocks under. So the most important thing is to follow this step and do exactly as I'm saying it. So if you live in Germany or any country, you're not in Nigeria, you're trying to prepare your ukwa, when they send it down to you, obviously it will be dried, so it will last. So once you have stored it and you want to prepare it, you can use this whenever you are making yours. So once you just add a little liquid on top, as you can see, you discard the rest. You can see, like I said earlier, there's little sand or rock, something under, which is the reason I just sieve out the water at the top, because the water is the most important thing, not all this. So just discard this and dispose it or wash it off or something. And we are going to continue this cooking process. And again, guys, I forgot to mention that if you are preparing this, you can also use corn or other choice of yours. After cooking it for some minutes, as you can see, it's getting soft. It's no more hard. You can see from the look, when I pressed it, it was so soft and it's not even hard. So once you press it and it's already soft and cooked, all you need to do is separate it. Once you separate the ukwa from the water, like you can see in the photo, the next stage is to go ahead to cook your ukwa. This style I'm using is totally optional. You can just cook everything all in one pot, but I'll be doing this same method because I've done every steps and every recipe, but this one is my preference. So the next is to add my oil into my hot pan, and then I added the onion. The onion is very important. You can use enough. I love onion, of course, so I added more. If you don't like onion, you can just shred it or blend it or make it like a puree. But this is just the way I love it. I love seeing my onion in my food. So I even cut it in this size, this medium size, because I just want to see it and I love eating my onion, especially when it's fried. And like I said earlier, I'll be using corn. You can skip this if you don't like it, but trust me, if you have tried this before, you should already know how delicious it is. So I'll be adding this corn. This is already baked or cooked corn, and all I need to do is to just wash it with water, because I just love washing or rinsing off everything I'm using. Because even though it's clean or whatever or well packed, I still need to wash off whatever that it was preserved with. So I just rinsed it off and continued with this process. I'm also using fresh pepper and fresh crayfish. Yeah, guys, you can actually use pepper powder, but trust me, there's a difference when you use this fresh scotch bonnet hot pepper. You can use the yellow pepper or the red pepper. But if you don't have it, you can as well use the powder pepper. But if you have this fresh pepper, it's better. Trust me. Can't sleep if I don't eat. Funds on your dinner. Add your salt and add your seasoning cube. You can just add one Maggi cube or skip it totally. Not compulsory. If you're using enough crayfish, you don't really need big cubes. Or if you're not using so much crayfish, you can just add one seasoning cube. And then add your corn, stir fry everything together, make sure everything is well blended, and then add your cooked soft okra. You add it as well and mix it thoroughly. And another thing is, you might be looking at the okra like this and thinking it's not soft. It's actually very soft. So at the end of the day, I'm going to also pound it or use the mixer to mix it and make sure it's very, very soft, more than the look. Because from the look it's soft, but yeah, it just needs to be like porridge because I want it to be like porridge. So I just use the remaining okra water to mix most of the pepper remains and the crayfish remains inside, and you can see that the water I'm adding is from this same water that came out of the okra, and it's very important to eat this okra with the water, just like delicious when you're scooping both of them. And yeah, I use this to shred or pound it to some certain stage because I want it to be like porridge, and I just smushed it all together to match it and make it so better, just like you can see. It was really nice. And when making yours, just add 2 tablespoons of oil. You don't need to add so much like me. Mine was actually a mistake, but it's totally okay by me because it was delicious, so I didn't even notice. Just have to serve it with any protein of your choice. If you want to serve yours with fish, it's very important. Most times when I'm cooking it, I add fish, I add vegetables like fresh vegetables. I add fresh fish. I just break it in for any protein. Like I'm going to show another video of the one I prepared earlier. I added vegetables and fish, like the catfish. I just broke it in and it was so delicious. I didn't use chicken for that one, but this particular one, it was just because I was using chicken. I didn't add any fish because I just wanted to use fried chicken to eat it together with the water. It was very delicious. So this look, you can see from the pan that this one was prepared on a total different day. And you can see from the look that I added vegetables and some little chunks of fish inside because I just blended it and that was how I wanted to eat that one that day. So like I said, there are different recipes or method, and this one I just made it in a different way as well. But then if you want to eat just with fish, it's very, very good. If you want to use chicken, it's also okay. If you want to eat it like that without any protein of your choice, it's also good. So you can see from the previous video that one didn't have corn, but this one has some corn. And this was one I enjoyed with chicken. It was so delicious, guys. I'll see you guys later. And I stored this very well. The ukwa was stored in that large bowls and it lasted me for over a year. I'm just posting this video like almost a year later because it's almost finished and I remember that I haven't made a video again. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. I'm going to see you guys on my next video. And don't forget to like, subscribe. If you're just joining us, follow. Wherever you're watching from, you're highly welcome. I'll see you guys on my next post. Bye-bye. If I don't watch MJ Fun's own recipes, I anticipate it every day, every day, every day. MJ Fun's own videos on YouTube keeps me going every day. My secret road to success. MJ Fun's on